this was the place to be when you were a kid. Now, here we have Gendarme Avache, the mounted patrol of the police. You've got some of the buildings here. You've got the Prince's Gates coming up. You've got old forts and fortifications and historical things like that. But what is missing here is the kind of approach that is taken at World's Fairs. Why don't we have a pavilion for every province, and maybe countries, and maybe faiths? I mean, at Expo 67, Christians built built a pavilion. They got together and built a pavilion. So you could have all kinds of different people contributing to making this a much more interesting space. Now we're crossing Lakeshore Boulevard and coming up to the fabled Ontario Place, which has been closed forever. It's a really nice walk. It had a Cinesphere, had attractions for kids, and now biggest thing we can think of doing with it is make condos or a spa. And big controversy, because some people want this to be a more egalitarian attraction, and who knows what isn't egalitarian about housing or about a spa. I guess it's because it is a bit priced out of the market for many people. The stadium here, rides here. Bobby Kennedy drove down one of the rides in a fake hollowed out log. It has a great history. No idea how to get how to drive around here. You can actually walk across this here, and I used to be able to walk to the waterfront from my home in Liberty Village. And that's one of the things you don't think of when you think of Toronto, is that there are all kinds of places that you can live within a short walk of an actual sand beach. So something's going on here. Maybe I'm making a speech or singing or something. Not sure. So there are places in Toronto that have sand right on the front steps of people's homes. They are so close to the beach. And that's how my mother spoke of growing up in Toronto. She would talk about getting her bathing suit on, going down to the bottom of Leslie Street, where the Leslie Street spit is now. We're blocking off the road for some reason. Maybe I am required to stay in Ontario Place for a while, who knows. Anyway, my mother would go to the beach every day, swim all day, put her bathing suit on underneath her other clothes, and that is how I heard about Toronto. You don't hear about that anymore, really. Okay, there's the big W Hotel. Can you get a shot of the big CN Tower there? Voilà la Tour Toronto. And the skyline. And then over there to the right, à droite, it is very pastoral. And this, I think, was the beginning of some of the rides. Look at how green it is.